This is the 7-Day Wealth Building Challenge. If you do these 7 things, I guarantee you will be at least one step closer towards your financial freedom. All right, day 1 is start tracking your money. This is absolutely essential. You cannot get away with this. And I know it sounds so common sense, right? But the truth is you gotta start tracking. You gotta know how much money is coming in truly, and then how much is going out. And the only way you can do that is start tracking it. Well, how do you do that? Find tools. It could be through a spreadsheet. You could do it on paper, depending on how simple your life is. But I would actually recommend finding some tools that help automate it for you. This could be something that's simple as like through QuickBooks, especially for business, I recommend more QuickBooks. It could be something like Mint. It could be YNAB, You Need a Budget, for example. All those kind of type of tools you could use to help you track your money. Whatever works best for you, it doesn't matter what system you use, as long as it works for you and your system. 2 is automate your bills. Many of us spend so much time, or maybe you ever had a situation where you're sitting there and then all of a sudden you get this late notice saying you didn't pay your bill and you think, oh my gosh, I got to do that now, right? Maybe you're not like me, but I've done that on a few occasions where you just forget, like life gets in the way. Well, how awesome is it if you can actually automate that online? Most places, if you're in the 21st century, most places you can go online and even do an auto pay type situation, right? An auto pay option where you can actually select that and it comes out on a certain day every month. It might even be a day that they assign, or it might be a day that you pick, right? You could do that. And even if they're not online, you could still use bill pay with your own bank or credit union. The bill pay can actually allow you to be able to send that check off so it gets there by a certain date. Again, automate everything so you don't have to remember it. It makes it easy and simple. But remember, warning, track your money, because if you don't track your money, you might forget you're paying for bills you don't want to be paying for anymore. Day 3, have an emergency fund. You got to have this, right? You got to make sure you have an emergency fund, some kind of savings that you can get to right away. Could be with your local bank, could be a high yield savings account, like an online savings account that pays you more. Capital One's got some good options there, for example. You can use these kind of emergency funds that actually allow you to have money for, emergencies. Right? And not even just emergencies. It might just be situations that come up that are unexpected. It could be an unexpected opportunity. It could be something that comes up that all of a sudden you're getting hitched, right? Something comes up and you got to have more money. And so you got to start putting away some more money to help save for that wedding day or whatever it might be. It could just be that you just need money there just in case something happens. Now, I'll give you a bonus tip here, guys. Like my emergency fund, I do use the bank, and I even have a high yield savings account. But I also use infinite banking that we've got other videos on. In fact, I'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. All right, day 4 is automate your savings. One of the best ways to help build your savings, whether it's an emergency fund, whether it's for investing or whatever it might be, is automate it. Now, when I say automate savings, I don't mean like doing your 401k, although that's an option, right? Again, I think that's a crappy option because I hate 401ks. Another video for that one. But automating your savings account, right? The best way you can do that is you can actually go to your online bank. You can go on there and just whatever day it is per month, it could be even every week, just have a little bit of money going in there. Now, if you find it really hard to save money and you're like, man, I'm paycheck to paycheck, I can't afford to do it, then just make that dollar amount $5. Just make it $5. Try it out. I guarantee you won't miss it. And then you can up it to $10 the next time, or 20, or even 50 or 100. You can start upgrading it. But again, the key is you're always saving. You got to get into that habit because you cannot be financially free if you don't start doing that. You will always be a slave to your money otherwise. Day 5, have a debt plan. Now, I'll tell you, if you have debt, for example, here's the thing. Ignore the interest rate. Don't worry about the interest rate as much. I like to go for what has the lowest cash flow index when I'm paying it off. By the way, when you're paying debt, pay off one debt at a time. Don't pay extra payments to all debts, right? Now, when I say one debt at a time, I don't mean skip all the payments on all your other debts. I do mean pay at least your minimum payment, but only pay more than minimum payment on one debt at a time. I use that cash flow index. That cash flow index is described in another video here that we can see here in the notes, but that cash flow index allows you to be able to actually make more returns off the money that you're paying off in that debt. So it doesn't rely on interest rates. It doesn't rely on that kind of thing. It's all about what gives you the biggest bang for your buck so that you can pay off debt faster. Day 6, I mentioned infinite banking. What is that? Well, long story short, it's using a whole life insurance policy. Now, the great thing is, yes, it gives you a death benefit, but even better is that this infinite banking is a tax-free, supercharged savings account. It's like a high yield savings account, but you don't pay taxes on it, because with high yield savings accounts, and even your bank savings account, you're gonna have to pay taxes at the end of the year. But with infinite banking, using the life insurance, you don't have to. While at the same time, you can also protect you and your family, which makes it great. And even better, and we're not even talking about a whole lot about investing right now, but I can actually also use this money to invest and earn money in two places at the same time. So I can actually supercharge my investing plan as well. And then day 7 is find ways to increase your income. Find ways to earn a raise. It could be a side hustle or a new job. By the way, if you're gonna try to get a raise, don't go in all thinking that you're worth it and all that stuff, thinking that you're so awesome. Don't go with an entitlement mentality. Go into your boss and ask them, say, hey, what can I do that would earn a raise? What can I do for you? How can I create value for this company that would earn me a raise? Ask them that question, listen to the answer, and then do it. That's the key. So do that. Now, if that's not always an option, you can always, like I said, go for a side hustle, right? You can create a little extra income on the side doing something else. It could just be changing to a new job or getting that promotion or somewhere else. Again, find ways to add more value in your life to the people in your life. Dollars follow value. The more you create value for other people, the more dollars you can create. That is the real key to increasing your income. And by the way, you can try to live as cheap as you can, but income is limitless. Focus on that. Hey, if you like this video as well, check out this next one about what not to do. This financial cautionary tales that I share about other people's money mishaps. Check it out.